Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Arsen Girl Gaming. My name is Heather, and I thank you for joining me for more Farm Together fun. In today's Farm Together video, what I want to talk about is learning how to use the map to our advantage. I will be honest with you, the map is one of those things that I have not really used as fully as I probably could have and probably should have, but it is something I have learned to incorporate into my gameplay, and it has become a huge part of everyday's activities on the game for me. So I had a lot of questions about it, and I didn't fully understand it, and I think that is kind of what kept me from using it as much as I probably should have. So I thought maybe you and I could talk about it together, and I could maybe help you if you have any questions about the map. Now, I'm going to go over it as best I can. And if I leave anything out, please just feel free to ask your questions in my comment section, and I will definitely try to answer them to the best of my ability because, I am still learning this game even as I'm at level, 60 on my farm and 54 for myself. So it's one of those games that looks very simplistic but can be very complicated depending on how you're playing. And I think I'll always have questions. And while I have questions, I will try to help you because I'm assuming I'm not the only one out there. So let's jump in and take a look at the map real quick. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about what we see on my map and kind of go over everything and compile a legend so that it's easy to reference. And I will try to put that somewhere, maybe on my Discord, if you want to reference it later as well. But anyway, this is the map. So in my map, you'll see this whole big light green area obviously is the parts of the map that have open. These little brownish areas over here are parts I do not have open. That's pretty understandable. When you dig into the green area, you'll see different shades of green. So you'll see the dark green here, you'll see different light green shades over here, and they all signify something different. So the dark green signifies areas that I have planted. When you see the cross hatches here, that means those items that are planted are ready to be harvested. So like there's nothing here. These are harvestable. These are harvestable. Nothing ready to be harvested. Nothing ready to be harvested. So in a nutshell, that's a good way to kind of see what needs to be dealt with on the farm depending on what your goals are. Then you'll see these lighter green areas here. All those signify our gentle slopes. So basically you can walk or you can ride your tractor up those slopes without needing a ramp to get onto the land. Then these like reddish areas here, these are all areas that you will need to use like a ramp to move up and down. I guess you can fall off the edges, but basically a ramp to get up. You can't walk or jump up them. You have to go up a ramp. So basically they're just raised or lowered areas on the map. Then you'll see these orange areas. These are signifying crops that I have planted that are part of a quest. So these are active quests that are going on. And I guess I shouldn't just say crops because over here you'll see all these orange pieces. Those are animals. So technically crops, but not. They need to be harvested as well though. So these are parts of quests. Anytime you see the bright orange areas, that's what those are signifying. And then you'll also sometimes see these like little icons in the green areas, and those are just kind of rough drawings of whatever crop or animal or plant that is in that area. So I don't know the real rhyme or reason as to why sometimes they're really big and then sometimes they're not. Typically has to do, I'm guessing, with the size of the crop, but like this one's huge and this crop area is huge and there's very little icon. So not really sure, but it's just kind of a way to gauge in a second what is laid down on your land. Then you have these little purple areas. And the purple signifies gas. So the bigger ones, gas stations, smaller one, gas pumps. Easy peasy. You can see at a glance where the gas is. Obviously, this is my bus stop. That's my original waypoint. But then I have all these other numbers, and these are additional waypoints that I have added by buying the stops with tickets. So each one, I believe, costs about 4 tickets. And you lay them down, and then they make it so that you can jump around your map however you should choose to do so. So it's pretty nifty, and it's something that I have never really truly used to my advantage until this iteration of my farm. And I plan to use them copiously because I don't like walking or driving my tractor too dang slow. And this lets me get in, get my work done, and get out. And very, very handy. So just an FYI, use waypoints as soon as you can afford them. Speaking of affording things, see these blue dots with the white circles? Those are farmhands. Those are costly additions to the game, but so, so worth it. So over here, I have a farmhand laid down, and honestly, this iteration of my farm is the first time I've ever used them. I'll never not use them again. He harvests all this water and the bamboo too, because the farmhands will harvest a 13 by 13 square unless you're talking about fish, because they literally just walk here and fish. So you could have, I think they say, up to 1,000 fish be harvested by one farmhand in one area. So, or one gigantic pond. Now you'll see I have two ponds because these guys don't mix well with the others. But he'll harvest all of them because literally, he'll just do this little area here. So very handy, very handy. And then I'll come back over here and show you I've got another farmhand. The other farmhands I have 3 of them back here. They just do trees, 13 by 13 areas of the trees. So this is my diamond farm. And basically, whenever diamonds are ready to harvest, she harvests them for me and helps me to not go broke. So thank you very much for your job. Job well done. Thank you very much. All right, so that's what the little blue circles are with the white rings. And right now I only have 4. I think on those you can have up to 15 farmhands, if I'm not mistaken. Let's actually check that. 15. Back to the map. So let's see. I want to talk next about the other colors that you're seeing here. So these red squares throughout signify 2 different things. Like I talked about these. These are the red squares that you go to for a sign to open up your land expansions. These red squares here can signify different things. Basically, wherever you see the red square is something that can be bought in the buildings or the decorations submenus. So if you lay down any of this stuff, these things are going to show up on your map as a red square. Then we have the yellow squares. So the yellow squares are houses. They're basically the houses that you can buy that you can decorate and you can use to do like mini quests. You can bake food, play music, paint art, and earn tickets and also ribbons to use for other things. So the tickets come in handy to pay for those farmhands. So keep that in mind. You'll definitely want houses, but you can see the yellow indicates where all of my houses are laid out. I do try to keep waypoints close to my houses because I come and work on the quests. They're multi-stage quests, so I have to be on top of them all day. They won't just finish on their own. And then, of course, you'll see these lines here throughout the map. These are dirt paths. These are regular stone or pavement paths. So it just kind of shows you where you've laid out things. So as the farm expands and grows, this will all fill in with more items, signifying what each thing is. But at a nutshell, this is the map and this is how you use it. And I highly recommend, even if you're just getting started, that you pay attention to your map and that you build out with the thought in mind of being able to easily navigate, and use this because it can help you to kind of visualize what you want your farm to look like, how you want your farm to function. And if you want a more detailed tour of my farm, I have done that in some other videos. You can find them here on the channel. And I hope you enjoy them. I hope you enjoyed this look at everything the map stands for. If you'd like a chance to visit my farm, my Steam name is in my description. Feel free to friend me on Steam and come visit the farm. I'm trying to keep my server up and running as much as possible. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know you watched. And if you'd like to see more and you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell. I've got more Farm Together, more Planet Zoo, more Sims 4, and so much more coming that I can't wait to share with you guys. Until next time, have a great one.